Welcome to the virtual college exploration for all North and South Carolina students presented by the Carolinas Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Officers and StriveScan. We appreciate you joining us. Just a few housekeeping items before I turn it over to our presenters from Converse College. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the presenters cannot hear or see you. This is just one of many events that will be going on for the next several weeks, so please feel free to view the full schedule at CACRAO.org. That's CACRAO.org. This presentation is being recorded, and in about a week's time will be able to be viewed on demand on that same website, CACRAO.org. I'd now like to turn it over to our presenters.
Hey everybody, while we get our presentation pulled up, we just wanted to thank you for joining us this evening. We know that you have had a lot of virtual. It's definitely the #1 way that everyone is doing anything. So the fact that you're taking time out of your day to virtually join us means a lot. So to start today, we're going to tell you what the heck happened at Converse College. But first we're going to introduce ourselves. My name is Michelle Hernandez. I'm a senior admissions counselor here at Converse College. I handle kind of here the Spartanburg County and the neighboring counties, and I'm going to turn it over to my fantastic coworker, but I'm not going to say your name so that you can introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Lauren Francis, and I cover the rest of the state. So if you live in the coast, or Columbia, or Greenville, Pickens, Oconee, all the other ones that Michelle doesn't cover, I'm your admissions counselor, and I'm so excited to talk to you today.
We also have some other amazing counselors here in the office. So we've got Emily, who will handle the rest of the United States, and we like to say as well as the world. So if you are from another state besides South Carolina or international, she's your girl. We've also got Tori, who handles all of our transfer students. And then I forgot to mention that I handle all homeschoolers for the country. But we're going to dive in and, again, explain to you what the heck happened at Converse College after 131 years. Lauren?
Alrighty, so big news, the biggest news of them all, Converse College is co-ed. So we decided in fall 2020 to now start accepting men at Converse College. Like Michelle said, it's a 131-year tradition, and we decided to change it. Converse College is test optional, which is super great because, because of COVID-19, we know you guys may not be able to take your ACT or SATs, but no worries, we are test optional. And as a matter of fact, we have a test optional scale for scholarships. So just because you go test optional doesn't mean you're not going to be able to earn a scholarship at Converse. Another big news is Converse is changing its name to Converse University starting July 2021. So we want to honor our graduate programs, our international school, and more to change our name to Converse University. And we've already been a school that had graduate programs and doctorate programs. We just decided this is a big year for us. We might as well change it to Converse University. So I'm going to play you a video. The student's name is Jimmy, and he's going to tell you why he chose Converse.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Sanders. I am a transfer student. I'm a junior, and right now I'm studying biology. My experience at Converse has been an amazing experience, and it's going to continue to be because of all the great people on campus that I've met. I'm a student worker here on campus, and I work with a bunch of amazing people in the admissions office. And then also, my teachers and professors have been very welcoming and understanding. They're trying to make this transition from an all-girls school to co-ed very pleasant, and it's just been great. The area around Converse is really good. There's lots of things to do, lots of people, lots of different people, and that's what you want in a college, and that's what I wanted in college, and that's why I chose Converse.
Alrighty.
So we're so glad that Jimmy is here and is helping change our history literally in the making. So let's talk about why Converse and what makes us us now that you know what happened here. So Converse is located in Spartanburg. And for those of you that may not be familiar with the Spartanburg area, Spartanburg is located here in the upstate of South Carolina, and it is home to 7 colleges. So we are a nice little college town tucked up here in the upstate. We also have over 400 corporations. So we have BMW, TNS Brass, GE, Michelin, the Denny's like world headquarters is right down the street, which is kind of funny to think about. Milliken, but we have a lot of industry here, so a lot of opportunity for our students. We are walking distance to restaurants and parks. We are Converse College is located right here on Main Street, so you are kind of convenient and central to everything. In addition to that, we have a really artsy downtown, so we've got great coffee shops and boutiques and restaurants and lots of things to do. One of my favorite things to do is to listen to live music, and there's lots of different spaces downtown for live music to be played and for even students to go and do open mic nights and things like that. So Spartanburg has a lot going on. In addition to Spartanburg having a lot going on itself, it is centrally located to a lot. So Charlotte is about an hour, 15 minutes away, depending on how you drive. Always be safe. And Greenville, South Carolina is about 30 minutes away, which 3 years ago was on the Discovery Channel's 10 best cities to visit in the world, like with Egypt. And then Charleston, America City, is 3 hours away, which is the beach as well. So we're nicely centrally located to a lot, while we've also got a lot going on.
Alrighty, some quick facts about Converse. We have a 12-to-1 student-faculty ratio, and with that being said, that is our average. 90% of our students graduate in 4 years. And you're probably thinking, why is that so important? Well, if you need a 5th or 6th year of college, that is all out of pocket. So all those scholarships, grant, and aid all run out after 4 years. So to know 90% of our students graduate in 4 years is super important for you to know. 57% of our students have grad school acceptances or jobs upon graduation. You've gone to college for 4 years and you want to have a job or go to grad school afterwards. So to know 57% of those graduates, that's important for you as well to know, as well as 62% of our students hold a leadership role on campus. And that is great. We want our students to be involved. We have 25 clubs and organizations for students to get involved in. And if you don't have a club, if we don't have a club here that's for you, you can always start a club. And you can get that approved by our Student Government Association. So Converse is super, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of students getting involved. And just, we have a lot of students that graduate in 4 years, which is awesome.
So let's talk about some scholarship opportunities for students. That's always probably the biggest question we get here as admissions counselors are scholarship opportunities and ways to help offset the cost. So when every student is applying to Converse College, they are automatically applying for our Endowed Academic Scholarship. This is both for our in-state and out-of-state students. See, look, we're real, we stumble. So there's nothing extra that you need to do when you're applying to apply for this scholarship. You're just automatically doing it. As Lauren stated earlier, we are test optional and have been for about a year. So we have 2 ways that we evaluate students to get them academic money. So depending on how you apply is how we'll evaluate you for your academic scholarship. We also have athletic scholarships. Converse College is NCAA Division II. We have 13 women's programs. We will have 6 inaugural male programs and then 2 co-ed programs. Jimmy, who you heard from earlier, is actually one of the first members of our men's basketball team that will start competing next year. So if you get an athletic scholarship, that stacks on top of any academic money you might get. If you are a student that is going to be part of our School of the Arts, so you are going to be in the visual arts, our Petrie School of Music, theater programs, or dance programs, we have 5 audition days throughout the year where you can come and sing your heart out, show how great you are with a paintbrush, or deliver a killer monologue, or dance really well too, and possibly receive additional scholarships. If you're not able to make it in person, obviously due to the pandemic and the reason this is all virtual anyway, we also have an online platform that you can use. It's through our website. There's additional information, but you can upload videos, you can upload your portfolio, and be evaluated by our faculty that way for additional scholarships as well. We also have more scholarship information on our website. We will accept anything and everything. So if you get a scholarship from your local Rotary Club, your church, or your high school, or any of the national scholarships that are out there that you may apply for, any and all forms of payment are accepted. And here at Converse College, everything stacks to take away from your overall cost of attendance.
Alrighty, so Converse just announced for fall 2021 incoming students the Converse Guarantee. These guarantees are super just important for you to know. The first guarantee, all students are guaranteed to graduate in 4 years. This reflects our 90% of students graduate in 4 years. So, and if you don't graduate in 4 years, the rest of it is, if you need additional courses, the rest is free. Guarantee number 2, all students will be employed or enrolled in graduate school within 6 months of graduation, or they'll be eligible to return for a full year tuition free. So this just reflects our statistic of 57% of students have grad school or jobs upon graduation. These guarantees help you succeed at Converse. We want you to succeed at Converse. And if you have any questions, you can email our admissions email at admissions@converse.edu.
So academic programs, right? The reason you go to college. We have over 35 majors and minors. So I always tell students, even if you know exactly what you want to do, like Hayden, who you're going to hear from in a minute, who knows that she wants to be pre-med, she came to college knowing she wanted to be pre-med, or you were like me and you're undecided, and plot twist, I actually came to Converse and didn't know what I wanted to be when I grow up. I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up. And I majored in theater and psychology and now work in higher education. So no matter where you are in your own personal journey of what you want to be when you grow up, we have something for you. So if you know, we've probably got it. And if you don't, we have ways to help you figure it out. We have everything from, like I said, a School of the Arts to a School of Humanities, to a phenomenal School of Education. And our sciences have really taken off. And I'm actually going to turn it over to a current pre-med student. So you are going to hear from Hayden, who is a senior here at Converse College, and she's also a student athlete. So she juggles not only being a pre-med student, which is not my side of the brain at all, I don't know how she does it, but also being a competitive athlete.
Hey, my name is Hayden, and I came to Converse because I love the community, and I'm currently a pre-med student applying to medical school, so the small class size has really attracted me. I was first introduced to Converse through recruiting for acrobatics and tumbling, and I love the sports atmosphere, and I love my team. We have a really small community here, so knowing everybody and having friendly faces around is awesome. I love the small class sizes because in the hard science classes, I'm able to develop a relationship with my professors who really, really care and want to help me out. I also got a lot of help from the Career Development Center with mock interviews and nailing a really awesome internship on the Navajo Reservation. And I wouldn't have been able to do that on my own. Converse has really helped me in the medical field because we have a great relationship with medical schools close to us, and the professors here really do their best to write some great letters of recommendation and help me in your classes. So being at Converse and having a small class size, and having people that I know who are around me, and having a family of people that only want to build me up and help me on my journey really has been what I love so much going on here.
All right, so some important things for you to know. If you are a senior, you can apply to Converse for free on our website. You can just go to converse.edu/apply. Our application on our website is always free. However, we are on the Common App. And if you don't know what the Common App is, it's just a mass application portal for you to select multiple colleges to apply for. However, on the Common App, they do require an essay and letters of recommendation, but on our website application, we do not require an essay or letters of recommendation. But on the Common App, they're going to make you pay for our application, but our free application is on our website. Like Michelle has said, we do accept SAT or ACT test scores, but we are test optional. So if you just want to submit your transcript, that is perfectly fine for admission. Some important dates to remember. October 1st is File Your FAFSA. I can't stress this enough. This is a national day, and this is when the FAFSA opens for the 2021-2022 academic year. So if you know you're going to college, you need to file your FAFSA. It's completely free. Just go to the studentaid.gov website. Also, November 1st is our early action deadline. So we are on rolling admissions at Converse. That means we don't have an application deadline. However, if you want to be eligible for scholarships, additional scholarships at Converse, make sure to get all your stuff in by November 1st. May 1st is our National Candidate Decision Day. This is an exciting day because this is when students announce when they're going to college. So you'll just post some pictures on social media wearing your cool Converse t-shirt or some Converse swag. Tag us on social media, and just it's an exciting day for you to celebrate where you're going to college.
So visit. I cannot stress this enough. I always tell my students, visit colleges. You have got to walk the walk, breathe the air, and eat the food to know if a school is for you. So while I wish that everyone felt that Converse was a school for them, the way to know that is to visit. We are currently running visits 5 days a week, and we have 3 visit options throughout the day. So obviously, because of COVID and changing our lifestyle, we can only take 3 visitors per slot, which is why we have 3 time slots throughout the day. We also offer various Saturday visits throughout a month, so you can go to our website for more information on how to sign up for a visit. If you're not comfortable visiting in person, we completely understand. We also offer virtual visits as an option for our students. So we offer those in a couple ways. There's one that you can sign up for just on our website. You can also talk to your admissions counselors. Yeah, talk to us. And we can do something where we're Zooming one-on-one so that we can answer all of your individual questions while I also give you a virtual tour. But there's lots of ways that you can still visit Converse. For any of our students that are out of the area, so if you live typically over an hour and a half or further, we have a $200 travel voucher here at Converse. So we don't want you to break the bank to come visit us. So we will reimburse you up to $200 for your gas mileage, your mileage, your gas, your plane ticket, a hotel, and we will reimburse you. And you can use that travel voucher up to 2 times a year. So as I said, you want to visit and visit again. But now I'm going to turn it over to Aaliyah, who is a senior here at Converse College, and she is going to tell you how visiting kind of helped solidify that Converse was the place for her to call home.
Hi, my name is Aaliyah Bryant, and I am a senior philosophy major with a minor in social entrepreneurship. And today I'm going to share with you the reason why I chose to go to Converse College. So I came to Converse because I am a trailblazer, which is a first-generation college student. So that means that my parents did not attend college, and none of my siblings attended college. So I got a fresh start and a fresh pick at what university I wanted to attend. And I chose Converse because of the close-knit community. So instead of going to a large university, like several of my friends were doing, that I've been in school with the last 12 years, I decided to come to Converse so that I can create that one-on-one relationship with my professors and have a very close-knit friend group that I can call my forever sisters.
All right, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the Q&A chat box. We are here to answer any and all questions that you have. Also, if you want to contact us privately and have our admissions office forward you to your admissions counselor, just email admissions@converse.edu. Also, you can call us at any time. Just call us on our phone number right there on screen. Write all this info down so you have it. But ask us questions. We're here to help you, and it can be about anything.
So Lauren, we actually do have a couple questions. So
Yay.
one of the first ones is, what is the difference between a college and a university? So I'll go ahead and answer this. So what determines a college versus a university are kind of the number of programs that you have, as well as having a master's program. So we have had master's programs since the 1960s. So we have been able to be a university since then. So if you're looking at other schools and they're called college, it's either one, because they haven't changed their name like we are, or because they don't have master's programs, and so they are classified as a college. But we have several master's programs, everything from a master's in education to our master's in music, and then we also have a doctorate program as well. So that's kind of the difference between a college and a university. Both great, both are going to get you a degree, but that's just kind of like in the world of higher ed, the classification. Lauren, I'm going to let you answer this question. Can you double major in music and creative writing?
Can you repeat the question, Michelle?
Yeah.
Sound kind of
You're good.
Out.
Can you double major in music and creative writing? If you can't hear me, I'll take it. We're good. I think you're frozen. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. You can major. Okay. You can.
Go ahead, Lauren. I think there's a delay,
Okay. Gotcha. So yes, you can definitely double major in music and creative writing. That's the beauty of Converse. So we have a liberal arts education, and you are going to be assigned an academic advisor. And if you say you want to major in music and you want to major in creative writing, they will have a degree completion plan for you to complete those major requirements. So yes, you can definitely major in music and you can definitely major in creative writing. And you can also change your path. Let's say you want to just major in creative writing and minor in music. You can totally do that as well. And you're not bound by the major you put on your application. You can always change your major. If you're like me, you changed your major 5 times in college. So you can always change your major once you get to Converse.
And while we're talking about creative writing, I just want to say, for the person who asked that question, our major is actually creative and professional writing. And so what sets that apart from other schools that say just creative writing is that you're actually going to get the professional aspect of it. So not only are you going to be working on your craft, your writing, but you're also going to learn about journalism, publishing, and editing. So the 3 areas that make up the professional writing world. So that's kind of what sets our program apart from just creative writing, where you're just focusing on your writing and learning how to make that better. But that's a little bit about the creative and professional writing program. It looks like we have another question. Oh, I'll take this question. What would you major in if you wanted to be a screenwriter and filmmaker? Absolutely, creative and professional writing and theater. And as someone who studied theater here at Converse College, the great part, so I was a theater major, but I really wanted to focus on the production side of things. So that's not to say that I don't know how to hang a light and to sew a hem and to act on stage. I just really wanted to focus on directing and production and the behind the scenes of what the audience sees on stage. So that's really what I focused on here for my 4 years. I did a lot of assistant directing. I did a lot of dramaturgy work, and really took some individualized classes even to enhance that area. We have a great playwriting class that is phenomenal. I took it, and it's one of those classes that frightened me and excited me all at the same time. But if you're truly interested in screenwriting and filmmaking, to marry those two things, I would do creative and professional writing so that you are constantly working on your craft, and theater so that you're learning the world in which that would live, if that makes sense. Okay, we have another question. If I wanted to be a music teacher as well as a screenwriter and filmmaker, what path would I take?
All right.
Want to answer that one, Lauren?
Yes. So at Converse College, we are renowned in education, meaning we have all areas of education. In fact, we have music education here at Converse, and it has 100% job placement. So that's really nice to know. And then she said she wanted to, he or she wanted
to do screenwriting and filmmaking.
Okay, so you would major in music education, and then you can also tack on the creative and professional writing. And if you wanted to get into the theater world as well, I would recommend that path. So you might want to minor in creative and professional writing, minor in theater, and then major in music education.
Yeah, absolutely. And if that sounds like too much work, because the music education program is a lot, which, by the way, there are only 2 schools here in the state of South Carolina that have music education, and we were first. So just saying, we've been doing it for a while. But I would definitely, like Lauren said, major in music education, because that is such a specialized topic, and then either minor in professional and creative writing and theater, or minor in one or the other, and then just take theater classes, or take writing classes. But definitely, if you really want to be in music education, if you really want to be a music teacher, the only way to do that is to be in the music education program. Here's another question. Does Converse offer classes in music theory and composition? And that is a huge yes. So our music program is the Petrie School of Music, which is an actual conservatory. It is over 100 years old. So these are not just music classes that you'll take here and there. It is an actual school of music. And so they have their own kind of curriculum, because they're really a school within a school. So it's Converse, soon to be university, and underneath that, the Petrie School of Music, which, like I've said, is over 100 years old. It is renowned. The professors that are in that field and that teach in the Petrie School of Music have been in the music world for years and years and years. A couple went to Yale School of Music. There are some that have been to Juilliard. There are some that have been all over. And so, yes, it is. We do have music theory and composition, but like I said, they are housed within our School of Music. Do you have to audition to be in theater? That's a double question. So here's why. If you want to major in theater, we always tell you to audition to see if that you're eligible for scholarship money. However, if you just want to be in a production or be involved in a production, you do not have to major in theater. And this is something that is special to Converse, and not just in the theater department, but Converse is really inclusive and not exclusive. So for example, when I was I think it was my sophomore year, the theater department did the musical Cabaret, and the main character of Cabaret is the MC. And that's the lead of the show. The MC was a senior who was a psychology student, a psychology major. She had never been in a theater Converse production. She had never taken a theater class, but that was her favorite musical. And so she wanted to audition, and she got the lead because she was truly the best person for the role. So no, if you want to get involved in theater, but you don't necessarily want to major, you do not have to audition. But if you want to major, I definitely would encourage you to reach out to us, through that email so that we can get you in contact with Laura Claire Tevenet, who is our School of the Arts Scholarship Coordinator, because she will talk to you more in depth about that process. We do have another question. Lauren, a student wants to know, are we on the Common App and do we take AP and dual enrollment?
So yes, we are on the Common App. And like I said, the Common App is going to require an essay and letters of recommendation, and it's going to require you to pay for our application. However, you can go to our website directly and click the apply button, and our application is free. And to start your admissions process here at Converse, it does not require you to have an essay or letters of recommendation. Oh, and we do accept AP and dual enrollment courses. So once you complete those courses, let's say in May, you'll just send us your transcript or your AP test scores, and our registrar's office can get those evaluated for you.
Yeah, it is important to note that just taking the AP class doesn't get you credit. It's taking the test that gets you college credit. Thank you, Lauren. Looks like we have another question that says, can you take piano lessons at Converse, and if so, does it cost extra? So we have a piano minor, and we also have piano classes, and then we also have piano private lessons, but yes, they do cost extra, but if you are a music student, those are factored into your cost of attendance, your private lessons. So I hope that answers that question. It looks like we have another one that says, Lauren, does Converse have student employment opportunities and or internships?
So yes, we do have student employment opportunities and internships here on campus. Those will be announced typically in our daily announcements through email, and students get sent those all the time, and you can apply for them, and you'll have a resume and all the things, and you'll interview, and then, yeah, so we do have internships and student employment. Also with our STEM programs, we have summer research opportunities, and that's kind of what sets Converse apart from other universities, is because we do research at the undergraduate level to get you prepared for that master's program or whatever you want to do after Converse.
Perfect. We have another question. Does Converse have mental health counselors / therapists? So the answer to that question is yes. So here at Converse, we take our students' physical, mental, and emotional health very seriously. We have a wellness center that is staffed by nurse practitioners from Spartanburg Regional, which is the #1 public hospital in the state. And then we also have licensed counselors that are also housed at our wellness center that our students can get on a therapy rotation with, or even just a monthly check-in, and all of that is free of charge, either to see our nurse practitioner or to see our licensed therapists and counselors. So we've had a couple questions now. Can both men and women live on campus? And what is that housing looking like? So Lauren, I am going to point that over to you.
So right now, our housing is single gender. The women live in one residence hall and the men live in a different residence hall. So yes, men and women can live on campus. At Converse, we are a 4-year residential college, and that means all 4 years you will live on campus. If you live 35 miles or less from campus, you can commute. You just have to sign a document stating that you live with a parent or guardian. But yes, men and women can live on campus. So that's exciting.
And they do live on campus starting this year. So they're here. So Lauren, I'll go ahead and take this question because I can speak to it. It says, how do professors support you in and out of the classroom? So like Lauren mentioned during our presentation, we have a 12-to-1 student to faculty ratio. And like she said, that doesn't mean in every class you're only going to have 12 students, but on average. So because of our size, professors are able to care and have the ability to care in a little bit of a different way than maybe they do at some of your larger institutions. I have always said, And if some of you out there have met me, you have heard me say this. If I went to a huge state school, I would still be in college because there is no way that I could have been in like a math class with 300 people and have passed. So here, because of our size, our professors actually get to know you. They take an invested interest in you and what you want to do next, what you want to do long term. So if it's like Hayden, who's looking to get into med school, okay, well, what are the steps that you need to take to get there? Are you trying to get an internship in between your sophomore and junior year? Are you a student athlete? And so you're juggling all of the things and trying to succeed because your first job as a student, your second job as an athlete. All of that is possible because of our size and because of our professors, our students' accessibility to professors. So a professor's office is always going to be housed where their department lives. So Pfeiffer Science Hall houses our biology, biochem, and chemistry department, which means all of the professors' offices are located right there. They will post open office hours where you can go and ask questions, talk to them about concerns you might be having, and just kind of keep them in the loop. And this is really just advice for everyone when you go to college. Make sure you communicate with your professors. Communicate. I mean, that's just for life, really. But communicate with your professors. If you've got stuff going on in your private life that is infringing on your time in the classroom, make that known so that they can work with you. If you're just not getting it, like I am not a math person. So I went and did my math homework outside of my professor's office every day because I didn't get it and I wanted to make sure that she could talk me through it. But I kept her in the loop of that. So definitely keeping open communication, and our professors just want to know. But they can't help you if they don't know, because you don't know what you don't know, you know?
That's great advice.
For life, right? Not just for college, but for life. I mean, I'm about to take this home.
And I was the student that never went and visited professors. I did not go to Converse.
Would you take that back, Lauren?
I would go to a smaller university just because I feel like I would have done better in school because I would have more of that one-on-one connection with my professors. My very first college class was 150 students. I sat in the back of a class and I never talked to my professor. I would have done better in that class if it was a smaller school. So I would have gone to a smaller school looking back on my 4 years of college. So listen to Michelle. She has great advice.
I'm going to remind you of that, Lauren.
Yes.
All the time. But you said, listen to me. Lauren, we have another question that says, how do I know who my admissions counselor is?
All righty. So you can always contact our admissions email, and our admissions office will forward your information to your correct admissions counselor. You can also go to our website and click Find My, I think it's the button that's like Find My Counselor on our undergraduate admissions page. You can type in your zip code, and then our lovely faces will pop up. So you can find us that way. But Michelle, say your territory, Michelle.
I am Spartanburg, Union, Chester, and no, I just lied to all of you on camera. I am Spartanburg, Union, Cherokee, and Lawrence County.
And I am the rest of the state of South Carolina. So if you live in those counties, you're either Michelle or Ice. If you live in the rest of the United States or the world, you are Emily's. If you are a transfer student, meaning that you're attending another college right now and you want to transfer to Converse, you are Tori's student. So just let us know and we can help you. We're always here for you.
Yeah, and like Lauren said, though, if you're not sure and if you just want to know, call our office, send an email, and Parker, who is our amazing front desk guest relations person who we could not do any of this without, will get your email into the appropriate hands so that your admissions counselor can immediately start helping you. So we have another question. Does Converse have study abroad opportunities? Yes, we do. And if I could go back in time and change something about my college experience, it would be that I did not study abroad. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. So we have 3 ways that you can study abroad here at Converse College. We have a year-long program. So I had a friend that studied her entire junior year down in South America, still graduated in 4 years, and was president of our senior class. So she was gone for an entire year. We have a semester-long program, so we partner with the University of Glasgow in Scotland. So we have students that can study for an entire semester there. But if that sounds like it's just too much for you, or if you're a student athlete and you're like, I can't be gone that long, I'll miss my whole season. Here at Converse, we have Jan Term, which is the month of January, and this is when we have a semester's long class crammed into 3 weeks. It's kind of like summer school. And this is when we have some of our fun classes. So like the business department has done the business and finance of Hogwarts, or the psychology did the psychology of the Walking Dead and zombies. But this is also when we offer some of our 2 to 3 week travel trips. And you're taking a class at the same time. So this past January, we took a watercolors class to Greece, and they studied watercolor in a country that is a watercolor. And you do not have to be an art student to go on that trip. You're just earning your fine arts credit. 2 years ago, we took a chemistry class to New Zealand, and they learned how to make the chemistry of wine in New Zealand. So those students got chemistry with a lab credit, and you didn't have to be a chem student. So there's a lot of different opportunities to travel abroad. We also offer scholarships just for traveling abroad, and also take it from someone who's adulting right now and living in the real world. You will never travel internationally cheaper than as a student. So do it.
Absolutely. I can echo that. I did not study abroad in college, and I think that's something I also regret not doing, because I could have gone to England and study abroad over there. So I just do it. That's my advice.
We have another question. Lauren, how much does it cost to attend Converse for 4 years?
Alrighty, so like Michelle said, we stack scholarships here at Converse. We take your federal student aid application, we take your life scholarship or SC Hope or Palmetto Fellows. If you have a talent scholarship, we take that. We stack those scholarships. So the number for this year is roughly just a little over $32,000 for fall 2021. However, like I said, we stack scholarships to bring that cost down. So yeah.
Yeah. And that's for, when she says that number, that's tuition, room, and board and fee. So that's everything. That's your meal plan, your Wi-Fi, your parking, your classes, your access to the wellness center that we talked about a little bit ago. That is everything kind of rolled into one, with the exception of books and fees if you're a music student or an art student or things like that. But we can talk about those more one-on-one.
I also want to add that 83% of our students receive some sort of 85% of our students receive federal aid. So like I said, make sure to file that FAFSA and put Converse on your FAFSA so we can receive your federal student aid information. And you can just go to studentaid.gov. It opens October 1st. You're going to click file your FAFSA, and you're going to go from there. It's super easy. It maybe takes, I would say, 25-30 minutes. You think, Michelle?
Yeah, especially if you use the data retrieval tool, where it takes your electronic taxes that you filed the year before and it drops everything into where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Well, it is looking like we are wrapping up on time. If there are any last minute questions you have that you didn't get to answer, or if you signed up for this presentation and didn't get to actually attend, please feel free to send any and all questions to admissions@converse.edu. We are here to help you. We are here to make this thing called college, which, by the way, you've never done before, make sense. And we want to make it as painless and pain-free as possible, and also a little fun, because this is an exciting time in your life. And we want to help you in any way we can. But it was so nice virtually meeting you. Thank you for asking all the questions that you have and being active participants of today's presentation. Lauren, do you have any last parting words before we time out of here?
My best advice is to start visiting schools, whether that be in person or virtual. Having these virtual options is great. You can visit multiple schools in one day. And also just come visit Converse. We have a beautiful campus. We offer lunch for you. And it's a fun time at Converse. So also just your first step at Converse is to apply. Our application is free, and we would love to meet you here on campus. So.
Yep. If you ask any of us, our favorite part of the job is getting to meet you. So thank you again, and have a great rest of your week, everybody.
Thanks again for joining us, and thank you to our awesome panelists for presenting this this evening. When you close out this window, you will receive a link to a short 4-question survey. We appreciate any feedback that you can share with us there. Also, this was just one of many sessions that will be going on for the next several weeks, so please visit the full schedule at CACRAO.org. That's CACRAO.org. In about a week's time, this recording and dozens of others will be made available on the CACRAO.org website as well. Enjoy the rest of your day.